Good morning, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just wait for 2-3 more minutes so that everyone can join, and then we'll start. Is anyone facing any problem in this subject? Reply me. Ankit? Ankit, unmute yourself. आवाज आ रही है आप लोगों को मेरी?
यस मैम, यस मैम।
कोई प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं आ रही है सब्जेक्ट में?
नो मैम।
So on today's turn, we will discuss few more data mining techniques. So in unit 4, we are discussing about different data mining techniques. And the latter chapter is also the explanation of, or you can say extension of these techniques. Okay. So in this, up till now, we have covered some techniques, some data mining techniques. And these techniques are query tool, visualization, likelihood and distance. And on the yesterday's turn, we have completed OLAP tool. Okay. In today's turn, we will discuss two more data mining techniques. And the one is k-nearest neighbor and the other one are the statistical techniques. Okay. So these are the two more techniques that we are going to discuss today. Okay. So what is the purpose of data mining techniques? The purpose of data mining techniques is basically to uncover the hidden knowledge. Okay. So those knowledge which cannot be easily driven by any technique, for that we apply data mining techniques. Okay. So in different scenario, the techniques will vary. Okay. So for each and every scenario, you have to find out which is the suitable technique for you. Okay. So today we will discuss, there is a short recap of OLAP tool. I have given a book's note of these also. Yeah, I have told you that OLAP is your online analytical processing tool, which tells you about the data extraction from a multi-dimensional cube. Okay, so the idea of dimensionality here is that if we take the very same example of your magazine database, so if somebody asks you a question, how much is sold? how much is sold, it means there is no dimension, because you are not taking a decision which is based upon something. So this is a zero dimensional question in which there is a single question, that is how much is sold. Okay, so there is only this is only the question which is not based upon anything. So this is called a zero dimension question. But if the same question is depend upon multiple attributes, then we say it's a dimensional question. Like that, what type of magazine are sold in a designated area per month to what age group? If you look at there, so there are 4 different dimensions. The first one is product, the second is area, the third is purchase date, and the fourth one is your age. Okay, so now you are collecting the cell data which is based upon a particular area, particular product, date of purchase, and age. Now it depends upon 4 different attributes. So we have 4 dimensions here. Okay, so some techniques which is based upon so many attributes, then we have a OLAP tool for extraction of this knowledge. Okay, so for this 4 dimensional data, you need a certain cubes, and that cubes can be collected together and make a big multi-dimensional cube. Okay, the diagram we have seen yesterday, that all the 3 dimensions are clubbed together, and if we have more dimensions, then there may be another cube, and these cubes are clubbed together. Okay, so in OLAP we have certain operations, and these are slicing, dicing, rolling, drilling. Okay, so if you need an aggregation, then you do rolling. If you need a lower level interaction, then you do drilling. Then slicing is a partition of the instance, and dicing is taking a small portion from the cube. So this is all about the OLAP tool. So today we will discuss K nearest neighbor. So what is this mean? K means a number. Okay, how many neighbors you are considering? Neighbors मतलब आपके जो पड़ोसी हैं वो, और nearest मतलब जो आपके सबसे करीब है. So this technique is derived from real time application. Okay, so in data mining techniques, so many applications are derived from real time applications. Real time मतलब हमारे day to day life में what things are happening in our day to day life, these techniques are originated from those examples. Okay, so this is one of the example, that K nearest neighbor. When we interpret records as a point in the data space, we can define the concept of neighborhood. Okay, points in a space means you are representing the points into a plots. Okay, in the space means you are representing the plot points into the plot in the x dimension and the y dimension. Okay, so records that are close to each other live in each other's neighbor. This is a very same concept, because those who are very similar to each other, they resides into the neighborhoods. Okay, so records of the same type will be close to each other in the data space. So this technique is basically based upon the principle that you are considering your neighboring points. Okay, how many neighbors is around you, and they all show a similar kind of behavior. Okay, so customer of same type will show same behavior. Okay, so the customers who are having a same type means suppose a customer is basically like something, and the same customer who is like that thing will show the same kind of behavior. Okay, this example can be easily seen in your online purchasing site. What they need to do, they will tell you sometimes the behavior about the customers who are purchasing the same things like you. If you purchase the shoes, if you purchase the shoes of a particular brand on an online site, they will refer you similar kind of shoes based upon somebody else like. Okay, so this is the thing. The one is showing the behavior of its neighbor. So now we'll show how we'll consider that. The basic principle of K nearest neighbor is that do as your neighbors do. It means whatever the same behavior, a single point which is showing or having the attribute, this neighboring point is also having the same attributes. Okay. So if we want to predict the behavior of certain individual, we first look at the behavior of, for example, 10 individuals that close to him, her in the data space. Okay. So if you are a single person here and if you are a single point and there are so many neighboring points. So if you calculate the average of all these points, then we predict the behavior of an individual. Okay. तो यूजुअली क्या होता है कि एक एरिया में जितने भी लोग रह रहे होते हैं उनका बिहेवियर जो होता है वो सिमिलर काइंड होता है. ओके, सो द सेम प्रिंसिपल अप्लाई हियर. इफ यू वांट टू प्रेडिक्ट द बिहेवियर ऑफ अ पर्टिकुलर पर्सन, then you look around and find out those persons who are related to him, and if you are taking the average of all these data sets, then you can predict that individual's behavior. Okay, so K means a number of neighbors. K, here the K means a number of neighbor. The 5 nearest neighbor means the 5 neighbors to be taken for the calculation. If we replace K by any value, that is the number of neighbors. If we write 10 nearest neighbors, we are considering 10 neighbors to calculate the behavior of an individual. Okay, so the K means here is the number of neighbor you are considering to find out the behavior of a single one. Okay, so this is the K nearest neighbor. So what are the drawback of that? If we want to make a prediction for each element in the data set containing n records, then we have to compare each record with every other record, which leads to complexity. The very first drawback is that because if you are considering n records, one record is compared to everyone. So suppose if you are taking a 10 records, the first record which you are predicting will compare to second one, then one is compared to third one, then fourth one, then fifth one. So it will increase your complexity. So if you have the millions of records, then it will create billions of the comparison, because each and every point is compared with rest of the points. So this techniques is not desirable for the large data sets, and it doesn't work for high attitudes or the high dimensions data. Okay, so it will not work with the high attributes or high dimensional data. High dimensional means you are having so many dimensions. Okay, so if the dimension will increase, the complexity will increase in nth order. Nth order means like if you have only record, so single comparison is between the records, but if you have a single record with a multiple dimension, then that will increase your more complexity. So there are some more apart from K nearest neighbor. In the K nearest neighbor, we also find some clusters, because the neighboring points form a clusters. So depending upon the neighboring points, we can create we can actually predict the behavior of individuals, and that individuals can be used to predict the behavior of any other points. Okay, so in that way we are forming the different clusters. So there are some other statistical techniques for the data mining. The first statistical technique is regression. What is a statistical technique means? It's a data analysis, particularly for the numeric data. So usually statistical techniques are a good examples for your data science applications, where what you need to do, you have the collections of the data and you need to analyze certain patterns in that. Then statistical techniques are very good method to predict the patterns in the numerical data. Okay, so it is applied extensively to the data for scientific experiments and data from economics and social sciences. Okay, because in all these applications like economics application and social sciences applications, we generally have numeric data. So if you have the collection of numeric data, then statistical techniques are the good example for that. predict the value of the response. In the regression, what we do? We are predicting the value of the response. Response is your dependent variable from one or more predictors. Predictors are your independent variable, where the variables are numeric. If you see in the example, y equals to mx plus c. So this is the equation of your linear line. Y is equals to mx plus c. Those who are having the mathematical group, this is at class 10th actually. Example, y equals to mx plus c, where y is your dependent variable, which is dependent upon x, and that x is your independent variable. This is the equation of your regression. In the regression, we have 2 or 3 types of, or there are many types of regression. So where the dependent variable is single and independent variable is also single, then we say univariate regression. And if there are so many x1, x2, x3, the equation will become the quadratic equation, and for that purpose, you have multivariable regression. Okay, where the equation will changes y equals to ax1 plus bx1 plus c, like that. Okay, so we have this different types of regression where the dependent variable, you are finding the dependent variable based upon the independent variable. So if you look at this diagram which is given here, here we are finding the manufacturing wages and GNP per capita. So we have at x-axis GNP per capita, and we have the wages are. So there is a line. You can see now, I've told you the equation of simple linear y equals to mx plus c. So this is the equation of line, and you are fitting a line between these points. If you look at the points, so there are 2 dimensions, and each dot points is represented by x and y point. Okay, so there are some x point and y point, and we are fitting a line in between these points to find a correlation between these two. Apart from regression method, we have the regression trees also. The regression trees are very similar binary trees. Binary trees are used for the classification and prediction. For the regression trees, for the binary trees as well, we'll study the decision trees also. Okay? It's similar to decision tree. It's test for the performed at internal nodes. In a regression tree, the mean of the objective attribute is computed and used as a predicted value. So for every point, what you need to do, you will have initial node points. At node point, you are calculating the mean, or on the basis of that, you are further dividing the points into certain other nodes. And certain other nodes are also classified into other nodes. So trees will grown up till we end to the leaf nodes. Okay, जब तक हम leaf nodes पे नहीं पहुंच जाते. As soon as we reach to the leaf nodes, each branch of the tree is used to track a pattern. Okay, it will give you a kind of rule which are able to find certain decision. So when I will explain you decision tree, this will also clear to you. Okay. Another method is the analysis of the variance. Analysis of the variance is analyze experimental data for 2 or more population described by a numeric response variable, one or more categorical variable. One or more categorical variable means here are the factors. Here are the not the numerical data. So when you have the categorical variable, you know what is numeric data and what is categorical variable. In the numeric data, what you have direct values. Okay, in the numeric, you have direct values, and in the categorical variables, you have factors where the values can be A, B, C, D, or yes, no, or 1, 2, 3. It's like this type of values are your categorical variables. So that's all with these 2 techniques. I have taken it from the very same book. This K nearest neighbor is also present into the book's notes which I have provided into the Google class. So you can check out the theoretical details from there. Okay. So there is a difference between k nearest neighbor and likelihood and distances. Both the techniques depend upon the very same principle. What is the principle? That we are showing the behavior based upon our neighbors. Okay. So in the likelihood and distance, what we are calculating? We are calculating the distance. Okay. If the distance is minimum, we are saying that uh, two points are alike to each other, similar. They are showing the similar behavior. Okay. So we are considering the two points. We are calculating the equivalent distance, and we are saying one point is alike to another point. Okay. Similarly, we are taking another points, and then we calculate the equivalent distance like that. But in k nearest neighbor, you are calculating the distance from all the points in all together. At a very single time, all the comparison will done, and based upon the comparison, you are calculating the behavior of any other point. So that's all with today's lecture. Is there any problem you can ask? I'm going to end the meeting. Huh?